This view is nice. I love it. I just love the layouts, the greenery. But it's for students. Yeah, it's in the uh, School of Humanities and Social Sciences at USIU Africa, United States International what? University Africa, USIU Africa. The West African in me would say USIU Africa, but there must be some rhythm and singing in the thing in East Africa, so USIU Africa. The good thing is, my name is Caleb Kuda, and this is Beyond Borders. Welcome. We're on ChannelOne television. We are still in Nairobi, and I have with me 5 incredible young Ghanaians who are studying here at different levels. They've been here for a period. We'll be speaking to them to pick their student experiences, life living in East Africa. For most of them, this is their first time leaving the shores of Ghana and West Africa, for that matter, to the East and precisely Kenya. So after this break, I'll be talking to Martin, Sarah, Mapila, Alice, and Hamdullah. Wait for me. I'll be back. Welcome back. This is Beyond Borders on ChannelOne television. My name is Caleb Kuda. We are coming to you from Nairobi, USIU, Africa. Yeah, Nairobi's in Kenya. And I have 5 fascinating young people to interact with. To my extreme left, I have Mabila, Evelyn Mabila. And she is studying epidemiology. What did you say?
Epidemiology and biostatistics.
Epidemiology and biostatistics. Wonderful. Evelyn, and you're from Bolga?
Yes.
In which region?
I'm from Bolga, is in the Upper East region.
It's in the Upper East. I just wanted to do current affairs with you to be sure whether you're really from Bolga, Upper East. Hamda, tell us your full name, what course you're studying here.
I'm Hamdallah Al Hassan and I'm doing applied computer technology.
Okay, which level are you?
This is my second semester.
This is second semester in your first year?
Yes.
But
please.
you, how long have you been here?
I've been here for quite a long time. I'm in my 4th year, second semester. So I'll be finishing school next time. Like basically in April, I'll be done.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That's exciting. Alice, tell me your full name, what you're studying here.
My full name is Alice Samakom, and I'm also studying epidemiology and biostatistics. Okay. I'm in my 3.1.
Ish. Yeah. So she's from Bolga. You're from where?
The northern part of Ghana.
Where in the northern part of
Tamale.
You're from Tamale.
Yes.
So Bolga, Upper East, Tamale, northern region. What about Alice?
Central region, Cape Coast.
You're from Central region.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Alice Sama Akom.
Alice Sama Akom.
Yeah.
Earlier, Alice is confused about identity. Tell me, tell people why you are confused about your identity. What's the issue with you?
So, if you ask me, where do you come from?
Yes.
I wouldn't know what exactly to say.
Okay.
Because I was brought up in Central region.
So you grew up in the Central region. I can find someone.
Ew.
Okay.
My dad is from the Western.
Your dad is from Western. Sefi Bekwai.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my uncle,
yes,
with whom I stayed,
okay,
comes from Befi,
okay,
Volta region. Yeah.
Okay.
And my auntie,
Befi?
Yeah.
Is that close to Beaver or something?
Yeah.
Right.
It's just the Pedume part of Volta region. Then my auntie with whom I grew up with is from the Anglo parts of Volta region.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're United States of Ghana.
You can say that.
You're Ghanaian.
Yes.
I love it. Okay. Now let me come to Sarah.
Yeah.
Sarah, what's your full name?
My name is Sarah Akudugu.
Sarah, the way you're talking, I can't hear you.
Yeah, my name is Sarah Akudugu.
Okay. Sarah Akudugu.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me guess where you're from. Bolga.
Yeah.
Upper East.
Upper East.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So you speak Frafra.
I speak Frafra.
Oh, teach me some. Let's say some Frafra.
La Awani.
La Awani
means how are you?
Oh, then I'll say I'm fine. Asante.
Yeah. Karibu.
What are you studying? Yeah.
So I'm studying international relations.
Oh, you study international relations?
Yeah.
I need you to take the microphone closer every time you speak. I know it's heavy.
All right.
Okay. How long have you been here in Kenya?
1.5 years.
1.5
Yeah.
years. You are loving Kenya?
Yeah.
Or you miss TZ?
Yeah, Miss Tizet. Yeah.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah,
But
okay.
this gentleman, his name is Martin Chirematin.
Martin, not Martin.
Chirematin.
Very good.
Okay. Where are you from? Introduce yourself to us.
All right, my name is Chamatin Martin from Ashanti region of Ghana, that is Kumasi, and I was brought up in, okay, I won't say a village, a town called Tano Odumasi. Yeah, that's where I have lived my entire life, yeah.
So you lived your Kumasi boy.
For sure.
Where did you do your secondary school?
Laboni Senior High School, Greater
Laboni
Accra,
Senior
yeah.
High School. So Kumasi, who are some of the people you grew with? Tell me the community. What's like?
All right, so in my community, I grew up with Prince Kodia, Brefo Sapon, Abigail, yeah, and quite some couple of friends, yeah.
But
I
you
can
did
mention
secondary
everyone,
school
yeah.
where?
My secondary school is in Laboni.
Laboni Senior
For
High
sure,
School.
Accra.
Oh, okay. Who are some of your mates? What did you study there?
All right, I have, I studied general science.
Okay.
That is physics, biology, chemistry combination, and elective math, as you all know. I had some couple of friends. I can mention maybe 5. That is Bonnie, I love you. I remember Ramos, Carrasco, and some, daughters. And I have Vanessa.
You have daughters?
Yeah,
So
Vanessa,
you're a school
Daniela. Yeah, sure.
What were you best known for in Laboni?
Okay, for Laboni, I won a gold medal for Laboni in STEM competition.
All right.
And then I was the president for National Science and Maths Quiz in Laboni.
Oh.
And also, yeah, that is what I'm not.
That's
I won
exciting.
some awards, so
Good to know.
yeah.
Did you grow up in Bolga?
No,
You're born in Bolga? Or you're
no.
from Bolga?
I'm from Borga.
Okay.
But I grown up in Western North.
Oh, Western North.
That is Enchi.
Enchi.
Yeah.
Right. So you schooled in Enchi Secondary School?
Yeah, that is Nana Brentu Senior High Technical School.
Nana Brentu Senior High Technical School.
Yeah.
Wow. Which is something quite Brentu. Do you understand that? Do you understand that? Okay, so what did you study in Nana Brentu Senior High Technical?
So I did general arts.
Okay.
Yeah.
General arts. What
Yeah.
were you best known for in your school?
Best known, I did sports like I was a footballer,
Okay.
and also I was part of the school cadet, that is police cadet. Yeah.
Right. So you grew up in Wenchi.
Enchi.
Enchi, sorry.
Yeah.
How was growing up in Enchi like? What kind of childhood did you have?
Growing up in Enchi was quite difficult because like I was in the village and it wasn't quite and it was quite difficult as I were growing up in Enchi, but by God being so good, I have been able to make it, and I'm here today.
I like
Yeah.
it. What made your childhood difficult?
Like my dad and my mom was a farmer, and like because they couldn't afford for my senior high education, I was part of those who were selling SIM card, like the Vodafone card and other things. So I was part of them. I go weekends after school so that I will get some money to pay my fees.
Okay.
Yeah.
In your time, there was no free SHS.
No, there was no
There was no
fee.
free.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Now let me come to the eastern side of the continent. Alice. So how was it like growing up with your uncle, your aunt? How was your childhood like? Where in Ghana did you grow? Tell me a little bit about your growing up and all that.
So a bit about I don't know if I should call it a village or a town. It's just a few meters under the realms of University of Cape Coast. And it's
If it's University of Cape, because it can't be a village.
there's setting, we
Okay,
still
fine.
have the
It
mad
gives you a
hats
village
and
vibe.
yeah, it gives village vibes.
You ground pepper on stone.
Oh yeah, I did that actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's an experience. Not many people have that.
Yeah, and it's a coastal area. you know.
Right.
Yeah. Growing up with my aunties, my guardians, basically. How do I describe this experience? It has molded me into who I am today, and I don't want to put any negation to that experience because it shaped my upbringing and it instilled values and morals into me today. It was quite rough, but I wouldn't classify it as bad.
What made it rough?
So I can't pinpoint any particular instances, but I managed the shop for my auntie most of the time.
Okay.
And you know this thing about customer is always right.
Okay.
There were just too many
They
complaints.
were difficult.
Yeah,
They were
so
complaining about you,
all the time.
that you are slow.
Oh, I was slow. I'm better today though.
But you were slow then.
I was. Yeah.
Me now, I would have complained.
Yeah. And that perception of customer is always right had, how do I say, made the customers actually too proud. And
okay.
at some points, they just undergraded the services you were providing. You know, if they complain, my auntie is gonna beat me, you understand?
Oh, anytime they complain,
Yeah,
she beats you.
she'll beat me, definitely.
So your customer service has improved.
Yes,
Your human relations
it
generally is
has. Yeah.
better. Okay. All right. That's fine. So how many Ghanaian languages do you speak?
I speak Fanti,
Ikamfante,
Iyo.
Omote.
I speak Tree.
Okay, Okachi,
I speak Ebe.
Aduja.
Maduja.
Okay.
Yeah.
Achojoja, Ro, Akachiabo,
Tegbi.
Tegbi. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Secondary school Kainai.
Edinaman.
You went to Edinaman
Yeah,
Secondary
it's in Elmina.
That's also by the shore.
Yes, a popular landmark, Coconut Grove Hotel.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Papa Kusindu.
Yes, our father.
Oh, nice. Amja, tell me about growing up back in Ghana. Where did you
Okay.
grow? How was childhood like?
Okay, I grew up in Kumasi, like Ejuso,
Oh, right.
specifically, yeah.
Just were you close to the roundabout?
Not that far from it. I
Or you
think
were at Sewakrom?
no, you bypass the like around Living Waters Hospital, around that side. That was where
Okay.
I grew up.
Okay.
Okay, I grew up with my parents and my siblings. At the time we moved there, that place was a new site, so it was really like a tough time because at first there was like no light there. So even if you go to school, like we have to come back early before darkness falls. So it was really hard. But like the most hardest part was like because people were wearing like that around, so we just have to stick to the people you
So
are
you didn't
having.
have friends?
Yeah, kind of.
Or do you have siblings?
Yeah, so basically, like my siblings are like everything, like my everything. Yeah, my friends. I don't like in the house. I don't have like friends around.
Right.
It's just like my family, my
Are
siblings.
they all in Ghana?
Yeah, all
Give
of
them
them.
some love. Show them some love. Mention their names. Tell them how you feel about
Mansura, Hamza. I'm a twin, so my twin brother is Hamza, and I really like him a lot. And I like my parents a lot, and my younger sibling, Ramzia, Mawadda, Hawa, all of them. I
How
love
do they
you.
feel- How do they feel about you? You're in Kenya, you are studying something.
I mean, like
Applied computer technology. Wow.
they are happy that like at least I've moved out, and for me that was one thing I really like, just like traveling. I just like traveling.
Right.
I don't really like staying in the house, being like dependent on my family. I just like to live independently, not anyone pressuring you, making your own decision, making mistake and correcting yourself.
Right.
I mean that's one thing like that pushed me to like yeah.
So you're an explorer.
Yeah, I think, I mean, yeah, I want to be an adventurous, like to find things on my own, not like someone holding my hands to always like, yeah, directing me. I don't really like that.
I like that. Now let me talk to Mabila Adongo. Are you related to the famous Honorable Isaac Adongo?
Okay, I'm laughing because it's not the first time
Yeah.
someone asked me this
The
question.
Adongo is a brand.
Yeah, but Adongo is literally everywhere in Bolga, so
Right.
we are not related,
Yeah,
not at all.
Maybe you should dig deeper and see. You never know.
I think everybody is related somehow.
Ah,
So.
sweet. Right. So you grew up in Bolga.
Yes, yes.
Tell me about growing up in Bolga.
I think I loved growing up in Bolga because I give that to my mom. We didn't have a lot, we didn't, but She is just that woman who makes sure that you feel comfortable. Like I was always comfortable. I don't come from a rich family, but I was also always comfortable, and I really thank my mom for that. And
What's her name?
she's called Janet.
Say something to her. You can speak Fran and tell her.
Okay, Mama. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I just said thank you. Now you're making me. Okay, yes. So
please.
yeah, so that's that, and I'm like a last born of 5.
5.
Yes.
Oh, that's
And
underwhelming. Usually, you know, I hear 12, 25.
nah, well, 5 is quite a lot
It
too.
is, right?
But I feel like sometimes my experience as a last born, okay, most people always feel like you're a last born, so you have everything, because like your elder sisters and brother
care of
have,
you.
but my case is not like that, because I'm the only one in my family who is in university right now. My sisters and my brother couldn't, so basically everybody have like hopes, and a lot of pressure is on me, because I have to be the best, and I have to do my best, because they're all looking up to me, they're all depending on me to be the difference. And I like that I'm able to be the one person that they can depend on.
Right.
But sometimes I just wish that
You
they
had-
were able to
so that you can-
make it than I
They
am
hold your
doing
hand
right
and
now.
all that.
Yes.
They have children, your eldest?
Yes, actually I have 3 sisters and 1 brother. All my 3 sisters are married.
Right.
So it's just first, second, third, they are all girls, and the 4th one is a guy. The guy is not yet married, he's home, but all my sisters are married with kids.
So you have nieces and nephews?
I'm an auntie, like
Oh, rich auntie.
I'm an auntie, and I have like nieces and nephews that are like 15 years old, and I'm like 23, and they call me auntie, and it feels so weird. But
Oh, I thought you babysit. Well, 15 years
Yeah.
I'm sure when they are coming back, they say, bring me something.
yeah, definitely.
Right. What do you miss back home? So, you've been here for 4 years.
Yes.
Right. So, I'm sure typically you miss your TZs, your pito.
Of course.
Tell me
Not
something.
Peter.
Oh, no, you don't do pito.
Yes.
All right. Tell me what you miss. Maybe
I
I'll confirm.
miss food a lot, because personally, and I would tell you, most of the Ghanaians here and even most West Africans here, we don't really like Kenyan food. I'm not saying Kenyan food is bad.
Don't worry, me too.
It's
I
just
don't like.
it's just the preference,
It's not
you
just
see.
Kenya, Rwanda too. Their food is nyah. So feel free. Fire
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, so
They
I
don't
feel
like
like
pepper.
it's hard.
They don't
They don't
like
have
salt.
pepper.
What's wrong
They don't
with
have
people?
stew. Oh God, like
No.
yeah, food is one thing I miss so much about home.
Yeah.
I like the weather here, because most of the time it's not that hot, and
It's
even
not
if
as
it's
hot
hot,
as it is
it's
in
not as
Bolga.
it's not as hot as
Yeah.
it is in Bolga. So I like the weather here, but
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so you miss the food, but you like the weather here.
Yeah.
What else do you miss? The music, the culture,
I
the
think I
language.
miss the culture, because Kenyan culture is a bit. It's not bad. It's just a bit too modernized. I feel like Ghana is modernized, but we have maintained a certain level of our culture that you wouldn't see here in Kenya. Like for instance, you would hardly see someone wearing like an African print.
always in something
Yeah,
like this.
even in church, like you see how we wear African prints to church.
With our
They're
Kabai
always
slits,
like in these other things.
foreign
Yeah,
stuff.
so their culture is a bit different, and when it comes to like values in terms of respect, just courtesy, I see that more in Ghana compared to Kenyans, they don't give a damn actually, most of them. So I feel that's the difference, because when I first came, I was always being so modest, like so nice, and people don't react the same. I'm like, okay.
They feel like,
So yeah,
you know,
it's like how in Ghana everybody you meet, you're like good morning. They just like say hi the most if they want to. That's even rare,
they
but
keep to themselves until they
yeah,
know and trust
yeah,
you.
yeah.
I see that. You are here a year and a half.
No,
Okay, sorry.
it's just like half a year.
Oh, half a year. You're still in your cultural shock stages.
Yeah, it's like, but I've gotten used to it.
Okay, cool. So tell me what you first saw in Kenya that was like,
First of all, like people here are not that kind of welcoming.
so.
Yeah, like
I like
sometimes
the way you take your time to say your stuff.
that
Welcome.
kind of work. Yeah, it's true, because you see someone and say hi to the person, will not even look at you. The person will be like, why? Is it like she wants something from me? That's like sometimes the kind of expression you receive from them. But I feel like you shouldn't really depend on them. You just depend on the reason why we came here.
Okay.
So, and second, the food was so bad.
No, to you it was so bad.
It was so
But
bad.
to them, it's the best thing that ever
Oh
happened.
God, no, the food is bad. First, there's no. God. First, sometimes, God, there's no. The salt is not there, and the kind of spices they use. God, it was so bad. So, but yeah, I've gotten used to it.
Right, but you get Ghana food to buy.
No, just rice.
Ah, there is a Ghanaian shop here. Have you seen the trade house, the Ghana trade house? They have a
I've,
lot of Ghanaian stuff there, shea butter, cocoa products,
it's
everything
only
else.
the West African market I've seen, but I
I'll
don't.
link you up after this. Don't
Okay.
worry about
Thank
that.
I
you.
think there are restaurants here.
There are restaurants
it's
here.
just that
Let me-
they are too expensive. Like
Ghanaian food is expensive.
yeah, Ghanaian food is so expensive
For
here.
students.
Yeah, and it's even far from like this university. So you have to go to like a really distant place, and the food is too expensive. That's not something you can be eating every day. I went to one of the restaurants. It's called Mama Ashanti, but
Mama
I was just
Ashanti.
like for my birthday. I was like, oh, let me do something
You
good
give
for
yourself a
myself.
treat. You went to
Yeah,
Mama
but
Shanti.
yeah, you
I was
can't be
there
eating
yesterday.
that. Oh,
Full and live soup
nice.
with tilapia on it. Oh my god, it was nice. What do you say? Okay, okay, fine. Continue.
Yeah, and secondly, their culture. I mean, when it comes to like the way of dressing,
Yeah.
it was really shocking. Like it makes you to doubt yourself, like your faith,
How?
because you see how the Kenyan Somalis dress.
Okay.
It's quite different from how Ghanaians Muslim dress.
Ah.
So like, and sometimes if someone sees you, the person will look down upon you just because of how you dress.
Are they more liberal in their dressing, or they're very?
I don't know. Like they've come like they I think that it's extreme for me.
Oh, they are covered. I can only see their eyes.
Not really like that because there is stages in like how you cover, but like how they've dressed is kind of quite different from ours.
So you feel intimidated sometimes.
Yes.
I wanted to ask you about the culture bit,
Yeah.
where you talked about the fact that you feel they're a bit Europeanized. Whereas if you come back home, you typically see someone in a smock or in an African print and all. But have you been to the Maasai areas? Because for them, they are very, authentic.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I think that literally is the only among the only culture that is preserved in Ghana, like the Maasai stick to their culture. And when you hear of Kenyan culture, it's basically
think of
Maasai
Maasai,
culture,
yeah.
yes. But I feel like the difference is in Ghana, it's not like just one ethnic group preserving their culture. It's like a nationwide thing.
Okay.
Whereas like even in Accra, you will still have the culture preserved. But here in Nairobi, you hardly see that. It's when you go to the Maasai land that you see that's the difference.
Okay. It's very cosmopolitan, in
Yes,
other words.
yes.
So that also means that if I'm an expat, for example, I'll feel very comfortable here because then I'll see everything and it's eclectic.
Yeah,
Isn't
you
that-
will see everything. I feel like also our uni, because it's an international university, you see more diverse people,
Right.
like, and it makes it more comfortable because no one is right. Everybody is just in their own world.
I
And,
see.
yeah.
I get you. Now let me come to the Ghanaian. True and true. I mean, you have all that. I mean, those who have started watching will understand why I refer to you. We're all Ghanaians, by the way. So when you first came here, what was the experience like? How long have you been here again?
2 years.
2 years. How was the experience in the early days for you?
Early days. The first month I came here, I got sick.
Oh,
Ask me why I was sick.
I'm asking you why you were sick.
I had malaria.
Hey, and Tuntua.
There is nothing like malaria in, okay, let me say this parts of in Nairobi, yeah, because of the weather.
Yeah.
So even when I went to the school clinic, they didn't have a test for malaria.
Ah,
I'm like, you won't miss that in any part of Ghana.
you brought it from Ghana.
I brought it from Ghana. So the first 2
Maybe
weeks were
the
quite
Togo.
rough.
Did you transit through Togo?
I didn't transit
It was
to
a
Togo.
straight flight.
Yeah.
Come in the short Togo for Nigeria.
Yeah. So the first 2 weeks were a bit harsh. Yeah. And the food. I don't have problem with the way they cook or the way they make their meals because I love to cook a lot
So you've been
and I
cooking on
eat a
campus.
lot. Yeah.
What did you?
Oh yeah, me did. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So most of the times, or mostly, there is usually stew. So you see me eating rice for like more than 300 and
65 one got that dish.
yeah, in the
Because of
whole
different
year,
stews.
yeah, because we have stew made by us, like we ourselves we cook.
Okay.
And also with the aspect of the culture and their insensitivity to some extent to foreigners. I interacted with someone who was not brought up in Nairobi, and he told me that it's because the alternative name for Nairobi is Nairobi. If you play, they will rob you. So you don't go around in town greeting people here and there. And since they also know, they come to the city with it. I come, I leave my own. Because if people see...
And that's a stereotype.
Yeah.
It could be true or not.
Could be true or not.
It's a stereotype.
Yeah. And there had been instances where a lot of people will be here and you will be robbed. They won't help you.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. It's true.
I see. Well, when I was coming, I was told that I should always roll up and have my phone family with me. So I guess it's because, again, it's cosmopolitan.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. These are your experiences and what you've heard.
Yes.
So, right.
Yeah, so I think...
That's for starters for you.
Yeah.
I'll come back to you to find out what you enjoy about Kenya, but for now, I'm asking about your initial cultural shocks when you first came here and then how you've adapted, right? So let's take yours.
Yeah, so that was last year when I came here,
Yes.
and I used to cry
Oh,
because
You
like
missed your boyfriend.
no, I miss my own the local food in Ghana because
You're
this
crying about food. Upediane. How do you say upediane in Farafara?
Obodiampa.
Upodiampa.
Yeah. So like I used to go to the cafeteria and buy the food, but if I buy the food, like I don't feel like eating it because how can you get, they say beef scallion or whatever, and they don't have stew for us.
Beef scallion, what's that?
It's just beef. They cook it with water. I don't know what they add. Just like that, and they
They'll to get you from this university.
and then they will add it to the rice, so it doesn't look even attractive for you to eat.
Okay.
So I used
But
to
they
cry.
enjoy it.
But now, when we were coming here this year, January, I bought banku and granite paste and a lot of local food.
You brought it.
So, yeah.
So you are fine.
Yeah, I'm okay now. So I can prepare banku, fufu, granite soup, and the rest, and I'm okay with it. Now I'm enjoying life.
You are enjoying life.
Yeah.
Okay. So take away the food. What else did you see that was shocking to you?
Oh, like I'm a kind of person, I will not even say me alone, but Ghanaians, we like greeting a lot.
You like
So anytime I see someone, I have to greet the person good morning.
me
They will
too.
not even
They don't mind
respond to me, and I realize that I have to stop greeting people, and yeah, and also the dressing, like. You see a student coming to class late and the person will dress hot, like very short, and be making noise. Crow, crow.
This Ghanaians.
So like it's different,
It's a
totally
lady,
compared to
It's
Ghana.
hot.
Yes, yeah.
And you watch them. So how are you? It's a good point because I ask you, how are you surviving? They say you are seeing hot things. The things you are seeing are hot, but the food is not hot in terms of pepper. All right. No, please finish.
Oh, no, it's not about their hot. It's about their dressing.
You
That
think
they
their
dress
dressing is very hot?
but not the food. As for the food, don't go there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. What about you, Martin? You've been here for how long again?
1.5.
1.5.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you initially came, how did you find? What were the things that surprised you?
All right. I think much is already said about the greeting stuff, the food,
Okay.
and when it comes to dressing, as my sister was saying,
Are you for a gentleman? How does it help you?
it does not help
worry
me
you?
at all.
It doesn't worry you.
It worries, but not so much.
Okay.
Because the thing is, I have become so used to it. I've been seeing them every now and
So
then
what's
in
that?
hostel. Yeah, so like there is nothing, yeah.
We'll go for a break.
All right.
Let me come back. Welcome. This is like the. I like what is going on here. We'll be back. But also, when we're done, how have they adjusted to the culture and the climate here, and how are they optimizing the opportunities that they have here? How did they even find out about this university, and how can you also tap into some of these opportunities? All that and more beyond borders. Channel One Television. Caleb Kuda, stay with us. Welcome from that break. This is Beyond Borders on Channel One Television. I am Caleb Kuda. I'm hanging out with Ghanaian students in USIUA, yeah, and we're in Nairobi, Kenya, having a good time. Let me welcome Nicholas Amesau. Did I get the name right?
Amesue.
Amesue. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. You had an exam, so you're just joining. How was your paper?
It was fairly okay. Yeah.
Okay.
We can't
Which
complain.
subject is this? What do you study here?
I study pharmacy.
Okay.
I'm in my 4th year.
Okay, you're in your 4th year.
Yeah.
Okay. When you first moved to Kenya, how was the experience like as a student?
My experience was great because I researched a little bit about Kenya before I came, and when I came also I saw those things that I researched online. They were the same
was
things,
true.
yeah, on the ground.
What did you see about Kenya that you found on the ground?
Like their westernization, it's not like Ghana that we are more like cultural based.
Okay.
Here they are like more westernized than Ghana.
So you
Yeah.
think Ghana we are communal
Kinda.
and they are very individualistic?
Nah, not individualistic.
That's not.
Yeah, it's just maybe the way of dressing.
Okay.
Ghana, we wear our Ghanaian print most of the time to church, but even here you go to church and you barely see that. Anyone can wear anything at all to church.
When
Yeah.
you say anything at all, is there an emphasis you want to lay that you are not? Or what?
Not really, but like the community is good. It's just that it's cultural shock, and we are adapting now. Yeah.
The way you are all very, concerned about the dressing. I know the UNEP has an office here. United Nations Environment Program is here. I know there is a forest in the heart of the city. I know there's a national park here. And so I was wondering how better does it get in terms of air quality? If any of you want to respond to that, I'm happy to hear you.
Okay.
Mbela, right?
Mabila.
Yes.
From my experience and from what I see, I don't really think Accra or Kumasi, or I've seen parts of Ghana that are more cleaner than Nairobi as a city.
Okay.
Maybe take certain places, for example. Like if we're talking of the slums, Kenya has the largest slum in like Africa.
Yeah.
That's Kibera. So definitely that part of Kenya
In
is
terms
not
of
clean.
numbers.
Yeah, and if you're considering Nairobi inclusive of the slum, you feel like Nairobi is so dirty because there's a slum that is so dirty in Nairobi. But I just think that part and other slums are dirty. And I feel like in Ghana we have some very dirty places in Accra. But if you are comparing the overall cleanliness level of Accra to Nairobi, I would say Nairobi is way cleaner. And other things like air quality, I feel like the cleaner you are, that means the better your air quality will
And
be.
the greener you are.
Actually, Kenya is very green. You know how in Ghana, like when we build houses, we build like walls using concrete. Most of the walls here are used, the edges. People use like, they just use plants. So it's very green, and I really like. That's one thing I really like
You know
about it.
it. But the food you don't like.
No.
Okay, so how have you adjusted? Anybody else on that before I move to adjustment? Anybody else on cleanliness, air quality?
I
anything?
think for me, I'm okay with like the environment.
You're okay with the environment.
Yeah.
That's fine for you. Same for you, Alice.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. How did you adjust? How did you cope? Coping mechanisms to all the shocks you saw?
Okay, so for me, it wasn't really my first time leaving Ghana. So I had already been. Actually, Nairobi couldn't shock me that much because I already got enough shock. Because
From where?
I went for an exchange program when I finished my second year in high school. So I was in the US for a year. I lived in Chicago and I was in like high school. So that's where I got all my cultural shock.
All the shocks.
All the shocks from every angle. So
Hey. Bah. Every angle.
yes, and that's actually, I think that also made me less homesick when I came here because I was already used to being away from home, being away from my family. So when I came to Kenya, it was just doing whatever I did to get used to my life in Chicago that I was doing here, but just that it was better. Though the other shock was the fact that I thought Kenya would have been less shocking. Like I thought it was just going to be another Ghana I was
was a
going
second
to.
level
In
of
terms
shock.
of the food,
Right.
I thought it was just going to be like Ghana. I wasn't going to have difficulties like I had in Chicago adjusting, but I actually had difficulties.
another
Until
level.
now, I still don't like the food. So that's one thing that
You've been here for 4 years.
I've been here for 4 years.
You
I'm
still
in my
don't like
fourth
the
year. I'll be
food?
done with school in April, but I still don't like the food.
Okay,
I
that's-
eat it, but I don't.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How did you adjust, my friend Hamdallah?
I've not yet
Hamdallah,
adjusted.
you've not adjusted. This is your 6th month.
Yeah,
So I
like
can
I'm still
understand.
eating rice and chips.
You're still eating rice and chips.
Yeah,
You want TZs and
Yeah.
kinke.
yes,
You
kind of.
want fanti kinke
Yes,
with komi, kachena, all those things.
yes, kind of. And about the dressing, like I mean, like
The dressing thing really don't worry you.
yes, because it feels so bad when like someone look down upon you just because of how you dress, like because the way they dress differs from yours, and it kind of like makes you question your faith. Is it that I'm not that kind of like faithful to God? That's why I'm dressing like this. So it kind of like worries me
But how
about
does someone's dressing worry you?
it.
Or they look down on you?
Yes.
Okay,
Like
that's-
even if and sometimes you go like even if you go like you go to the prayer point and you see like some other Muslims, then you say salam to them, which is like common in Ghana. Like whoever you see, just say
Walaikum
salam
salam.
to them. Here, even if you say salam, no one will
They
respond.
don't mind.
Yeah, yeah. So it kind of really shocking.
They don't
yeah.
pay you. Eh?
Yeah,
So how did
she's-
you adjust?
Now, if I see them, I'll just pass.
You just
Unless
pass.
those, if for me, I only greet you when like you smile to me or you look back to me when I
see.
look at you.
Alisama Akom, how have you adjusted to Kenya?
I love the fact that I wasn't alone.
Okay.
So the cohort that I came with, we were in Eat Together. With the aspect of the food, I earlier said we do a lot of cooking, so I don't really have a problem. Just I have to eat rice a lot of times.
You
Then,
want Bangu, eh?
oh yeah, when I was in Ghana, I tried to search to see how Kenya gets its drinking water, right?
Okay.
Then I realized that there was nothing like pure water.
Okay.
There was nothing like you see the tap that you usually see when you are going somewhere in Ghana and you can just fetch water and drink.
Yeah.
My brother, if you are traveling in Kenya and you don't enter a supermarket to buy bottled water, you won't get any water to drink.
Okay, they don't have sachet water.
They don't.
Upes, they need the penny.
And I love the way they've banned use of rubbers.
That's it.
I actually brought some, and a guy saw me. I usually buy fruits from a certain man who is close to our hostel. Then he told me, I have that rubber. If they see me, they are going to arrest me, and I'll pay a fine.
You'll be arrested?
Oh yeah, that was what he said. And again, a Kenyan also told me that it happened during the COVID time. That was when they were able to combat the use of polythene rubbers. Yeah, and I wish Ghana we also get to that point.
I like that
somewhere.
point you made.
Yeah.
I was in Rwanda with a Kenyan journalist, and she told me that though Kenya has banned plastics, the implementation is not as vigorous or to the detail as Kigali has. So it looks like Kigali is on top, Nairobi is next, and Ghana is somewhere there. We have some learning to do. How did you adjust, my friend?
Yeah.
Sarah Akudugu.
Yeah. So like now I have adjusted because like anywhere you go they say do what the Romans do.
Yeah, so are you dressing hot?
No, as for that one I'm not part. But as for the food now I'm trying to eat. First I don't eat chapati.
Chapati.
Yeah, but
my God.
now someone have introduced me to chapati with eggs, fried
Chapati with
eggs.
eggs.
So I always eat it, and the greens that they have, they got something greens with
Okay.
rice. I have also tried it, and now it's good.
You like it?
So now I'm okay with the food.
Now you're
Yeah.
okay with the food. Okay, cool. Martin, how did you adjust to the space?
All right, I can say I'm still in the process.
Okay.
I have not fully adjusted
After how many
because
years?
I can never compare 1.5 years. I can never compare that, flavor and everything. Even the aroma will kill you from Ghana. Yes. So
Someone is cooking. his
yeah,
food, and
now,
you can do.
uh-huh.
And you take banku and eat it.
For sure, and that is
fine.
okay. So, yeah, and talking about the weather and everything, I think it's just okay. At first, when we came, okay, me, I came through Ethiopia,
Also,
and it was shining, but yet you could
could
feel
feel
the
that,
ambience
yeah.
of, that breeze.
was that your first travel out?
For sure,
Right.
yeah. So Nairobi weather for sure is very cool. Like I like it. I've been to Mombasa and I didn't like it.
Mombasa is hot.
Very hot,
Very
not
hot.
just hot. It's very
Mombasa
hot.
is like Accra.
Like Accra,
Okay.
and even the buildings, everything, like
They're
that's
shorter.
nature. Is just,
No,
yeah, very short, not that skyscrapers. So I think it's okay.
Right.
It's okay, and I'm really adapting.
I
I'm really
like that.
adapting for
Nicholas.
sure.
You said this is your third year.
Yeah. Okay, fourth year,
Yeah,
4.2.
Definitely. How have you been adjusting to the Nairobi vibe?
So I'll tackle the food aspect first.
You
As
want
for
to
the
tackle
food,
the food aspect.
as for the food, all of us we can testify. You cannot fully, adjust to their food. Yeah, some of their food are okay. They are similar to the
Like
ones
what,
in Ghana,
ugali?
like the rice. Let's say pilau.
Pilau is their
Yes.
jollof.
Yeah, kinda.
But I don't like the spice.
You don't like the pilau.
Yeah, there's
It
a
smells the way you
particular
can
spice
eat.
in it
There's
that
a particular spice.
it's given no
The
vibes.
masala. You don't like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Let him
yeah,
continue,
I used to stay in school. Like I stayed in school for 3 years.
Okay.
I just moved out this
You're in your own
semester.
apartment.
Yeah, I'm
You're a
living
big
in.
man. Are you there alone?
Yeah,
Have you
like
packaged something there? Declare your accent now.
so now like I
Hey,
can
declare your
cook. Pardon?
accent. It's your parent continue.
So now I can cook. I can cook Ghanaian
You are
dishes
cooking your own cookie or
sometimes.
somebody's cooking?
No, I cook. I
Oh,
cook my own
God.
things. Yeah.
Oh, Nicholas.
So for the food, I'm kind of sorted.
Okay.
But in other aspect like leadership, that's one thing that made me feel at home because I was collaborating I was collaborating with other leaders in the school. So it made me
You're a
also.
student leader.
Yeah, I
What you
was
do there?
actually a leader with Evelyn in
Oh,
our school
my-
last year. We just handed over recently.
Oh, what
Yeah.
role did you play?
It's like School of Pharmacy and Health Sciences. That's the name of my school.
Okay.
This university has 6 schools,
Right.
so we were three representatives
So like the
in our school.
senators for your school.
Yeah, like we are in the student government basically
Oh, that's
with
cool.
SAC. SAC is Student Association Cabinet.
Hey, Sack.
Yeah.
Huh?
So we were there with them, and we actually learned a lot in terms of leadership because when I was in Ghana, I wasn't really that
Leader.
outgoing. Yeah.
Okay.
So this school made me feel that aspect of me that I've never
But
discovered.
Bila, you didn't tell me that you're a student leader. Why were you keeping that away from me?
Oh, I just feel there's so much that cannot be said here. And if a question doesn't bring it up, then yeah. So I was a student leader with Nicholas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people call me Evelyn, but I prefer Mabila. So
Mabila,
yeah,
right.
yeah. And apart from that, I stay in the school hostel. So I was also a student leader in the hostels.
Right.
We call it Dean's Residence Advisory Board, and yeah. And I've also been a leader in my course because I helped actually with him. We started a new club,
All right.
Epibio Club, Epidemiology and Biostatistics Club. So I've been involved. I like leadership.
Okay.
I like public speaking. I like writing. He's actually a poet.
Oh.
Oh, by the way, let me just say this.
Tell me.
He's going to be launching his book November, right? Yeah, in
Wow,
November.
Nicholas,
So
that's
yeah,
lovely.
yeah.
Excellent. Good. So
Yeah.
until I came here, I didn't know about USAIU. So how did you all get to know about this, and what opportunities did you take advantage of? Is the fee okay? Were you able to pay, or you're on scholarship? For the Ghanaians who are watching us and they want to come and taste the pilau you don't like, and they want to come to Kenya for a new experience, how did you get here? What's your story? We have very little time, but let's be quick.
Okay, so just starting out, say, for me, how I got to know about this school was just through a friend. She was in Aseshi and she was under scholarship. Yeah, so she head of the Mastercard Foundation scholarship here, and then she sent it to me. It was like last minute. It was like 3 days to the deadline, but then I still did it. At that time, I was just like applying to a lot of things. So anything that I saw, I applied for it. So I applied for the scholarship, and I got the scholarship, and I got the university. That,
100%?
pardon?
Was it 100% scholarship?
Yeah, it's full scholarship, tuition, accommodation,
Accommodation, feeding.
stipend, everything. So I feel this. Okay, when I've been here and I've sent this opportunity to people that I know,
Right.
but I think sometimes people are too lazy to even put the effort. They feel like, oh, this thing is tedious. Immediately they open that document, they're like, nah, it's a long thing, and they don't want to do it. But I just really encourage that
to
people
put
should
in there.
try.
I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it. Great. So you a Mastercard Foundation scholar.
Yes, yes.
Excellent. Hamdella, tell me,
Yes.
how did you get this?
Through a college counselor.
Okay.
So I went to African Science Academy in St. Tema. So it's true that I heard of African USIU and I applied to.
Right. Would you recommend that people come here though? Do you love the experience?
Yes.
Your student experience is good?
Yes.
Aside the fact that the dressing is wearing.
Yes. They will be fine.
Okay, they'll be fine. All right, good. Alice, how did you hear about this place?
I'm also an alumni of the African Science Academy, so the same way through our college counselors.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you loving the experience?
Yes, I
Is
am.
it preparing you for the world of work?
I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you ready to come back home after school or you stay?
I am ready.
You want to come back home?
Yes.
So, boy, we're Ghanaian, you know, boy.
Pacho ayo Ghanaian.
And
And
Kenya and your brother.
oh, I don't want to speak ill of them, but
It's okay, it's okay. I know. It's okay.
yeah.
It's okay. All right, thank you. So that's how you heard about it, your fellow.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let me come to you. How did you hear about this school? Do you like the opportunity you get? Is this something you recommend?
Yeah, I really like this school. And the reason why I got to get here is that I was working after my high school in Accra with my boss, that is Cecilia Hesse. God bless her.
Amen.
Yeah. And she introduced me to Auntie Akofa. She's in Ghana. And they also introduced me to MasterCard Scholar
Excellent.
that I should apply, and let's see if God opened doors for me.
And God
So
did it.
God being so good, I got the opportunity to study here. Yeah,
Are you liking it?
I like it so much.
You like it so much.
Yeah.
But not the food.
No.
Martin, how did you hear about this?
Okay, so it was shared on our student platform for Laboni.
Also,
Okay, so people apply to Ken University Mastercard, but me thinking that Mastercard should be
arbitrary.
not just average. Like Mastercard in Ken University should be something which is very competitive, and
Okay.
if you don't know people, this kind of
You
maneuvers
think once
before
it's
you
in
get
Ghana,
there.
yeah, it
Yeah,
will be
at
protocol.
least, yeah, for sure. So
You
I just picked up I
Kenya.
downloaded and I just did some rough work and so later on someone called me that, hey man, what you're applying for is
Good
very keen, so just put the effort.
Oh,
So I submitted after the deadline. I couldn't finish because I was waiting for my transcript, other stuff,
Oh.
and it was not coming,
Right.
and a whole lot of stuff. So I just submitted it like that. And even during submission, it went to a wrong email. Postmaster told me, please, your email is not delivered the next day. I sent it again. So I was just there thinking
I'm fine.
like EMFA. So around November there, I got a call from MasterCard.
Wow.
Meanwhile, they had already sent me an email for confirmation for interview.
Right.
I didn't even look at it.
Hey,
Yeah, because I have
It's
not
an
checked.
email,
I
you
wasn't
lost-
expecting
you lost
anything
it.
like
Right,
that. So when
right.
they called, Martin, you have been selected for that, I was like, eh.
what were your grades from junior high school?
High school, I had 11.
Right.
Yeah. So I was just like that. And by God's grace, finally, I got the
So
scholarship.
the moral of the lesson from you is always put in,
Therefore,
no matter you think that.
because I applied with
Right.
one of my friends. What he did was, he just wrote his own recommendation letter.
Oh,
And then later on, he told me, just write it because your teacher is not sending the thing. Why are you just... And he just forged some stuff. But me, I waited. The deadline was off, until they sent me and I
so
applied.
also go through the right.
Yeah,
channel,
go
do
through the right channel to do the
Martin,
right
I
thing.
thank
That's
you
it.
so much. Nicholas, is there an experience you recommend?
Yeah, for sure. 100%, maybe 200 even.
Oh,
For sure.
Super.
So I got the opportunity through my sister. So she went to Ashesi,
What's her name?
Joanna Amesoe.
Oh, sister.
Thank you.
Joanna
Yeah, thank
Mesue.
you for sending me that link 3 years ago. Yeah. So I actually applied to Ashesi. I wanted to do engineering,
Right.
and I went for the interview, and they couldn't pick me because
They couldn't.
yeah. I don't know the reason. Okay, they didn't pick me. So when my sister sent me the link to this university, I was like, hesitant to apply, but I just applied and I was waiting for and
Is this
it
something you
worked out.
recommend?
Yeah, for sure, because I'm doing pharmacy and I realized they have like great facilities, one of the best in Kenya and even Africa.
Wow.
So yeah, sure.
Gentlemen, ladies, I thank you so much for spending time with me and sharing your perspective with us as well. We would have talked about so much more, but our time is up, unfortunately. But I wish you all the very best and thank you for leading very responsible lives while you are here. On behalf of your parents, thank you. And thank you too for watching this episode of Beyond Borders on ChannelOne Television. My name is Caleb Kuda. I am trusting that you've learned a thing or two, you've been inspired, and you're going to take some action that will probably see you here. So that next time I come, I talk to you too. My name is Caleb. Thank you for watching. Keep watching ChannelOne Television.